What's up everybody, welcome to my channel. In this video today I will be sharing with you step by step how you can apply for your postgraduate work permit. So let's head over to my laptop and get started. Alright guys, so to get started you want to go to this website here. The link will be in the description of this video. Now select where you're applying from. It can be inside or outside of Canada. So I'm going to select inside of Canada. So three of the most common options are you have a postgraduate work permit that will expire between September 20, 2021 and December 31st, 2023, or you have a valid study or work permit. Your spouse or common law partner has a valid study or work permit, right? You're eligible for a postgraduate work permit and your study permit is still valid. So read these options and determine which best applies to you. Right, so we're going to select yes. Are you a Ukrainian national? Select which best applies to you. Select which best applies to you again. Do you have a postgraduate work permit that will expire between September 2021 and December 31st, 2023? Right, so I'm going to select no because I'm assuming you're applying for the first time. So make sure you have a debit or credit card to make the payment at the end of this video, right? Now let's scroll down. You can read this. Now select continue to create an account or sign in. If you don't have an account, you can select register and it will take you to this page and you select register for GC key, right? And it will ask you for your name, password, and some security questions. Over, I'm just going to select sign in partner. I'm going to select RBC and sign in. Now the sign in method doesn't matter because you'll be asked the same questions. So scroll down and accept the terms. So on this page you want to scroll down and select apply to come to Canada. Scroll down, determine your eligibility and apply, right? So you're going to select visitor's visa, study and or work permit. So here what would you like to do in Canada? You're going to say work. How long are you planning to stay? More than 6 months. What is your passport code? Select what best applies to you. What is your current country or residence? I'm going to say Canada. Do you have a family member who is a Canadian citizen? I'm going to say no. Select your date of birth. I'm going to say 2000, January, and the 1st. So let's select next. Are you a lawful permanent resident of the United States with a valid US citizenship and immigration services number? I'm going to say no and continue. What is your current immigration and status in Canada? Here you're going to select student. So select next. Do you plan to work on campus? No, because you're not going to work on campus. You're planning to look work now, so it's no. So we're going to select next. Are you a full-time student at a participating post-secondary institution and want to work off campus up to 20 hours per week? No, because you're done with school. That doesn't apply to you. Recently graduated from a participating Canadian post-secondary institution for which your study was full-time and a minimum of 8 months. Here you're going to select yes, right? Is your work an essential part of your studies? For example, co-op, select what best applies to you. Here I'm going to say no. Then select next. Have you been told by Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada office that you are approved in principle for permanent residence in Canada? We're going to say no. Have you submitted a permanent resident application in Canada? We're going to say no. Do you have a written job offer? Depending on your situation, then you may select yes or no. So I'm going to say no because let's say you did not get that job as yet. Do you have a letter from your school that confirms you have completed your study of program as well as a final transcript? Here you want to say yes, right? So select next. What is your marital status? Select whatever best applies to you. What is your province or territory of destination? What is your province or territory of destination? If visiting multiple provinces or territories, select the one which you'll be spending most of your time. So I'm going to say Ontario. Then select next. Based on the information you provided, the results below indicates whether you may be eligible to come to Canada. So here are your two options based on what we have selected. So here's the thing, I recommend that you do the application for your temporary visa as well as your postgraduate work permit because you will no longer be able to travel on your old student visa. So you'd have to apply for a temporary resident visa if you plan to travel to and from Canada. So I do recommend that you apply for the TRV same time. So we're going to select continue here. Create your personal checklist. So here we are going to select continue. Do you have an official letter from your school to confirm you have completed your studies? Do you have an official letter from your school that confirms you have completed your study program, as well as a copy of your final transcript? Yes, right? Then select next. Have you had a medical exam performed by an IRCC authorized panel physician within the last 12 months? Select what best applies to you. Are you planning to work in any of these categories here? Select what best applies to you. I'm going to say no. Then select next. Do you plan to work in any of these jobs? I'm going to say nope. And then select next. Do you wish to submit an application for a family member? In my case, no. Or if in your case, you want to submit a family member application along with you, then select yes. All you need to do for them is that you're going to provide their information, and then you'll upload their documents along with yours. So select next here. Are you giving someone access to your application? Select what best applies to you. Next. In the past 10 years, have you given your fingerprints and photo biometrics for an application to Canada? Select what best applies. It doesn't matter, honestly. It just will generate the relevant documents at the end, right? So I'm going to select yes. So select next. So what would happen if I had selected no there at the end of the application? You'll be asked to do a biometrics. Will you be paying for the fees or you are exempted? Yes, I'll be paying for my application fees, then select next. Are you able to make digital copies of your document? For sure. Let's select next. Will you be paying for your application online? For sure. Yes, we're going to do that 100%. So select next. Now review your answers, make sure everything is accurate, and then we're going to proceed and continue. Now on your document checklist page is where you'll get all the required documents based on the answers that you have provided, right? So this is the main form that you want to fill out first, right? So when you click on it, it will go to a page like this. Now what you want to do, don't panic now, select save. Save in your downloads, then go to your downloads folder, and then you open that file with Adobe Acrobat Reader. So I'm going to right click, open with Adobe Acrobat Reader. Now Adobe Acrobat Reader is free online. You can download it and install it. If you do not open it with Adobe Acrobat Reader, then you will not be able to fill it in, right? So take your time, read through the application form and complete it. Basic information is asking you about yourself, right? Like where you live, where you work, where you stay, things like that. Now once you have completed the form, you're going to scroll down to the end. Let's scroll down, and then you specify your first and last name and the date on which you complete the form. Then select validate. Now once you have completed the validation, you're going to go back to the application checklist and then upload it here. Here is where you're going to upload your transcript. Here you're going to upload your completed study letter. Then you're going to upload your passport and a digital picture of yourself. Now for the digital picture, you don't have to go to a fancy photo studio. You can use your smartphone, take a picture, crop it into a passport size photo and upload it. That works fine. Now you want to scroll down, right? I do recommend that you complete this form. This is for the TRV or temporary resident visa or visitor's visa, and complete this form and upload it with your application as well, right? If you want to provide any additional information with your application, then you can also upload it here. Your work permit is 155 Canadian dollars. Your open work permit holder fee is 100 Canadian dollars, bringing you a grand total of $225. Now once you have completed all the files and upload them, you'll see the option to go on to the next, and then you pay for your application, and that's literally it. Once your work permit is approved, then they will mail it to you. So that's it for now guys. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.